Okay, we are live. Let's check that everything's correct. I'm live. Yep. There's that, and yeah. We have runs by Ine and Frozen Harbinger. The all items run. Uh, I already checked. At the end he shows the item screen and all items are there. So nice. So I won't like overly look at the items. Just try to notice if anything like looks weird. I don't know where all the items are. I know where a lot of them are, so this might be a bit uh, more hard for me to like verify well, but knowing that all the items are collected is already nice. So yeah, start speed at 1.5 1080p because we already have enough compression going on. Um, just just a small note. If you have a center screen thing, let me see if I can just add it easily. I do have it here. Let me copy, paste, duplicate. Nice. So yeah, if you have a center screen here, thing there, you can use that to aim for headshots here easily. It's nice for here, just because you can keep moving and don't need to aim. And I assume that's going to be lot of enemies that you have to kill on the way, so that may be something to consider. Uh, a program that does that is Hutside. It's a paid program, so I don't $7 license, but I don't remember what the restrictions are when you don't have the thing, but it really just puts an image at a position that you want over your screen and has a bunch of built-in crosshairs. And it works actually with the original beta, which I searched for a long time for finding something like that. Also, I think your monitor may have actually a built-in version for this. So I have a built-in one in my monitor. I just actually copy that into my screen overlay, or replicate that in my stream overlay to for people who have also that visual like I have. Yeah. Um, for this one, double air, second air, then once this hit is in, best is to do a spell. So arcane aimed at the stone does 1 damage. You then land to 1, 2, do this shot. Well, press the attack for the third, but um, stop after doing starting clicking for this attack, and then do a second arcane shot here. The stone right now is at 2 HP. These 2 arcane shots do those 2 HP, and I guess that's same. Can yeah. Be like yeah. That's the fastest thing we have when it comes to close range destruction of these. So for this one, try to jump and hit this one as you go past. This generates enough mana that here after this combo you have a full cast. You then afterwards still do like 2 hits, aim, and then always only need to do 2 hits as you have a full cast already to create enough mana to immediately get the cast. I can. I don't want that button, but I can also show that here. Like I hit it there. Otherwise, it's basically the same as you do. Just I hit it once as I go past it, which gets me the first cast immediately, which just frees up some time to aim better and everything. Let me actually hide this because it's not part of your setup. No. Okay. Small note. You don't need to hit this one. He gets aggroed by you shooting shots at these 2. So overall, fine. I guess this would be now. I think you probably can jump up this this railing, and like I know you can jump up here, but you can probably find a good way to consistent way to jump up at this railing and actually jump over. So I'm unsure. You would have to test this. Aiming for one of these here, so that you can land even if you don't make it over, and then jump up. Also, even if that's not possible, just jumping up this rail and then from here jumping over should be possible. Um, I think as this item is in this spot here, I think you can melee it through the wall as you are waiting for the cutscene to start. Um, I'm unsure. It's close. Might maybe you can cast cast to shoot through. I can cast, but I don't think you have the time to get an arcane cast off. So either this works with some sort of melee, maybe uh, a running melee, running into this corner here might be enough to reach. Um, but yeah. Um, this is something I'm unsure about if it's faster, but you can lure him uh, uh, down to this goddess statue. It takes quite some time. You'd have to consider if charging and actually waiting to kill him right there is faster. But if you lure him down, the moment he is on these stairs, um, if you then activate the goddess statue, he dies from that thing. Like he comes up, and the moment he hits the stairs, just starts praying at the goddess statue, and he dies in time. But I'm unsure if this is faster. That would be faster. Assuming you now farmed for secret passage access. Uh, I think the farming in this instance is probably a good thing. I am unsure if it be faster uh, to actually do the secret area now instead of waiting until you are at the uh, basically throne room and then doing what Kate does and just taking the exit back. I think that would be faster. Doing all bosses routes here. So I also think like it probably would be quite even just already between farming and not farming. I know Kate doesn't farm for his all bosses, and technically you don't have that much more fighting to do. Um, Small note, if you run without aiming, you can keep attacking him. Like if you run to the right here, you can hit him past the shield down here, so you would get like um 2 more hits in like and he'd be dead, or 3. It would be like saving a second every respawn, but that's obviously a lot of time saved potentially. Yeah. I actually don't know where all the items are in this area, like at all. I never search for items in here. I think um I know there's one item on the boss fight itself, and that's the extent of my knowledge. I think one of the pots over here had yeah. I'm honestly saddened that if we come here this early, we come with so much in that it's actually faster to just kill the armor with fire instead of doing our really stupid jumping up stuff. Like we had this really stupid thing where we jumped up here onto the pods, onto this railing along the wall, onto this pillar, from the pillar to the door frame, from the door frame to let's see if you show it. Um, we see it when you run up, I think. Uh, from the door frame up to one of the pillars here on the side, and then up over here. It was really stupid, really precise, but it's useless now because we have too much uh, damage. I wonder if it would be actually faster instead of do, like after picking up the item to just return to statue instead of pulling the lever. It's probably faster to pull the lever, but it would be quite similar in time. Like you'd be able to, at this point, The moment this item vanishes off the ground, to save and quit, and then you have uh, 6 seconds. Should be tight. Yeah. So I have what items down here. Um. Yeah, 2 is air dodge, right? Win 2. I wonder if getting win 2 would be worth it. Um, the air dodge would not be helpful here, but this would be the quickest time to get it. You would it would save time by the time you are in Spirit Realm and having a Spirit Nobeta. There would just be like a handful of things that would be just a tiny bit simpler. Also, something really stupid. Since you have lightning, if you can get to 3 shots, there's a rock on the side here. If you stand on it, you can hit this one, and just walk to the side and hit this one. It obviously needs to get 3 shots. Um, I honestly would think that getting absorption 2 here would be probably worth it. It's like right there, and absorption 2 um will knock back a lot of bosses. Like, you don't know actually if Tanya gets knocked back by it. Might be a bit annoying for her because her usual attack cycle would be a bit annoying. But at least for a lot of bosses, having counter 2 is just nice to have, as if you counter them already anyway, they get knocked out of their like stuff. You can aim a lightning thunder strike on them really easily. I think it would be probably faster to grab the counter 2, even if Tanya gets more annoying from it. I think you cannot do the skip here because uh, this, she has a item, or the shadow has an item. Okay, no items, I guess, or you get them after the cutscene. So yeah, no item. The new skip technically saves 10 seconds over fighting her if you do it optimally. Um, so you complained about having difficult runs, and that just increases difficulty even more. I guess you're not really countering Little Tanya with lightning. But probably I think you're still countering Monica and um I don't know if you got swords from if you collected any of the swords. Think something that may be worth considering if you often pick up the swords that fly around here. After picking up the item, just return. You should at this point uh, spawn into the arena here. You see it at if the save thing popped up, and well, if you return here, you get the swords anyway. Duped. You don't have to think about the duping of these swords via um, this for inbound. So yeah, just a consideration. I think you picked like up two or three of the soul bottle builds, but also at the same time, you are oversold already to 1 billion. Is up here anything? Hmm. Okay, I think it might be faster to after getting this item uh to return to statue and then do the normal skip. You have around a little bit over a minute to do this. Your statue safe at this point is at the entrance to the lava ruins, so that's nothing to worry about. I am just unsure if it would be faster. Also, it would be slightly more inconsistent because for it to be faster, you might have to ignore killing any of the machine gun guards. So, and the going through without killing them can be quite tricky. Um, but yeah, yeah. You would come down here first, I guess, do that part, and then I think some yeah. I thought there is in a pot, but huh? Well, um, uh, you can to finish her off with body hits. The moment she starts jumping out, you can do body hits onto her. So if you do just like use 3, 4 eyes into this area down here, she'll get hit. Afterwards, switch to lightning. Obviously, do that lightning stuff and everything. Um, I don't think you need to kill the flyer up there. It, um, the flyer would be like maybe chasing you at this point, but at this point you would then switch to lightning and shoot it down, or shoot it down with fire. But the goal being just hitting this uh, area here where you activate the barrier stone, soul stuff as early as possible. Uh, hey, nice skip. I, I think there's one up there somewhere. Unsure. Hmm, Nope. I would have been wrong. Hey, no. I mean, you can jump over the lava here if you want to. Saves like basically nothing. Okay. um. Yeah. Um. Instead of aiming to the ground here, um, me. I think you need to stand like around here, like to hit her without aiming. Um, like and steps a bit further, like half the way towards that further, towards edge, and you hit her without it. I'm unsure. Definitely test it out, but if that saves time, um, to hit her constant, better with that. Yeah. I think you can just shoot from here, and it aims right at the edge. I think, still hitting her. Also, yeah, lightning is OP, and having like so much intelligence is OP. This one, it's the arcane area. Um, Instead of running back here, is there something in underground that I've missed? Just return to statue. Um, your statue is still set at oh, no, your statue is set at post Monica at this point. Hmm. Would it maybe be better to quickly grab the statue? I don't think so, honestly. So yeah, just run back. Like it would be about even. Also, but I think it would lose quite a significant amount of time by just running around a bit more. Well, I think you play on 105. Oh, 5. Uh, so jumping through the windows is gone. So, uh, is there any item unlocked by destroying this crystal? Because if not, you can technically do all of this in the dark. Yeah, I think there's an item down here. Yeah. Yeah, the mimic has an item, right? Having to deal with mimics. Oh, hey, we're strong enough for them. I just remember mimics being totally annoying because I didn't uh stat anything into strength in my casual run through. Hmm. All, all the mimics having items, or at least these two. It um if you are already down there, I think you should consider grabbing the thunder that is there, because um, each thunder level reduces the cooldown of your normal shots. Like you get quicker shots. I think that may still help you save time over the boss fights where you basically try to spam snipe them. Yeah. To avoid getting shocked here, I personally jump just to the side so that I am walking straight, like between these sides, and then once I'm here, go diagonal through, so that even if they are shooting a snapshot through, I am going diagonal through instead of straight, so that I'm naturally moving out of the way. With energy strats currently, they don't even aim in there. Yeah, let's see. Knight has an item. Not true, I guess. Um, Small note here. Um, you can, if you zoom in, you can snipe past her sword. You just hit her directly on the sword. It's big of a deal. It would just save time. Yeah, so boxes. Wonder. Yeah, that's on here. I wonder if there's a way you can jump up on the side here, like going from there to up here somehow. But I think at that point you're slower than just taking the stairs. Also, I think you can do the skip from this from these crystals, but I'm unsure. No, so I won't be able to cut. Yeah, you need to kill these two. Um, I remember these two auto drop side, auto die if you destroy these three and return to statue. I don't think at your level this would be faster, but um, if for example it would be faster to do a secret area later on and don't farm, and that becomes a strat. Destroying these three, return to statue, and then collect the items as you come through. Obviously, return to the statue near here and not to the first statue of the area. That would be slow. Um, Another thing, um, technically, you can from here jump up there and jump back up here. That's hard. Think about it however you will. But then you can jump up and notch yourself into the corner here. Let me see if I can quickly find that. Um, Might be a religious tag. Um, Also, this one has it in it, but this part obviously you can't do that if you come from the other side, but you can notch yourself onto this side. I find this side simpler. Or I think this one has it. No, that one has not. This one has it. Right. It's 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 somewhat tricky, but once you can practice it, you can get good at it. Um, like this was me just testing around for a long time for ways to get up in weird ways. So yeah, and obviously the other side again. I find this side a lot easier because you just have to get into the corner, while for this side, um, you have to get into the corner, and the corner is clipping a bit over the edge, so you may hit your head. But boosts should be possible and faster than jumping up over this side, over the thing on the side. Once you get to normal, at least. Oh, I actually didn't know that you can jump from here directly up here. I did not know that. Yeah, no steer requirement, so you can walk around the trigger. I'm honestly surprised that Seal doesn't drop stuff in the like Like, yes, so second phase drops an item. Also, if you'd be on any version prior, I don't know exactly which version, but 1.5 has it pitched, but on some prior versions, the area up here is open above the door, so you can from here jump over here and into the pathway, which saves a good amount of time, but um, yeah, you can also fall down and lose a lot of time. Look at all these items forcing you onto doing the casual route. Um, since there are no items here, you can jump up this crystal or this pillar, and then if you want this pillar, but you can make it from this crystal and fly over uh, to the uh, to here next to the flames. Uh, Jumping off to the left, like um, like into this hole here is faster, but I'm starting to give up to note that on people no one listens to me. I'm surprised there's only one item in this area. And that's still taking the uh, secret pathway backwards is faster. But at the same time, not really. I still mean to get good at evading, countering the triple spike thing. I think considering your damage output and general mana situation, instead of countering, going for an evade to the side would probably be better. Or even just an evade in really any direction, even if you get hit still. Just having this more guaranteed chance on getting any mana out of this is probably better. And it probably at this point, let me go back. So when you messed this up and decided to go with the mana crystal, the probably correct choice would have been to switch to fire start a charge, get that, and um, hit her with a fireball charge. Um, it should kill her at your level and your mana, and if not, you would afterwards have the mana. Because one thing to note is that m- floating mana actually gets to Nobeta quicker while she charges. But at the same time, charging Thunder here would be kind of not great because Thunder is hard to aim, especially in comparison to Fire. Doing Ice would be really stupid because we are in phase 2. She will do a really moving attacks the moment you start charging. Like, she spawns these 3 fields around her and then just tries to circle you. Ice will not hit any shot shots during that, so that would be really dumb. Arcane, I don't think would kill. Even if you'd have 2 shots here, that would probably not kill, and I think you only would get 1. So I think Fire would be the probably correct choice. Just to get a confirmed kill. Like, after this, you wait a good bit before the mana actually gets to you. Um, but yeah. Instead of doing the double jumps there, just the normal stage would be better, just so that you actually wouldn't. Is it better to activate the charge there? I think you would be able to just run through if you want to. Yeah. I oh, need damage boost up here. I wonder if there's a like like uh um let's look over here. I wonder if you should probably be able to do this last and do the skip by jumping up here and doing that one. Also, again, you can probably cut across. Also, on this side, like actually, you don't need to fear the jump at all. Jump, double jump, hover gets you over there without any consideration as long as you were running at the time. Like, just jump off this pile of foot so that you clear this wall without issues, to do a double jump and hover over here and you get over. Um, that first part of that is really not the scary part. Oh, I wonder. Are we actually finishing all the trials? Like I could totally see us like finishing one trial. Um oh yeah, these gods drop stuff. Right? I think they drop uh like finishing one trial, skipping to the end of the other uh two, and then only doing the other trials up to the point where you get the items. Hmm? Yeah. Only one of them drops something. I doubt it would be reasonable to target that one and then do the skip. At that point you may as well target all three and just don't do the skip. So yeah, I think that's better. I know the lava trial the needed to kill enemies boost drop an item, so that won't be skipped. I think that would be weird to skip. Does the uh, doll in here drop an item? I think so, but unsure. Yeah. So yeah, we are skipping the trials would be not great. So yeah, yeah, no, definitely don't jump down here. Yeah, you only need to kill these two enemies down here. Nothing upstairs really matters. So as long as they don't drop items, ignore that stuff, I guess. So yeah, at this point it's just no nota. Uh, for nota, no nota. I don't know how your fight is going to go, but just in general, like uh, Zero has a really good NMG fight. That is probably better than most things you can do in other categories, but with our extremely high intelligence, that it should be still better to just keep blasting her. One thing to note probably would be to not push her into this phase. Um, consider buying like leave her outside her range, which is like somewhere around here. Like leave her around here with her life, and get yourself a defense crystal and maybe a mana crystal somewhere. The defense crystal you can get technically. Let me check somewhere here. It's a mimic room. That's, yeah, you have an item slot free here. There is a defense crystal over here in the chest. I don't know if you have free inventory for the rest of the run. I don't know where you would get a purple crystal, but I think with a purple crystal plus the defense crystal, you should be able to let honestly, you don't need a purple crystal. You have good mana regeneration. Let me. I think she did it in my best Nobeta. Yeah. Like during this attack, she will not switch phases. So, and like she will not switch phases until this attack is gone through 3 times. Like even if I would have hit her earlier, she wouldn't have switched phases. So what you can do is get a defense crystal and just ignore the ice in general. Like the ice does not enough damage to hit through your defense crystal, and you can just stand there, press down the C key so that you lock onto her, and then just somewhat you have to somewhat aim, because you will not be if she moves, she will throw off your aim. Your aim is a bit behind with the camera lock, but you can just keep aiming at her, give her a bunch of headshots. Probably one purple crystal, maybe not even that. Maybe just a normal mana crystal. But yeah, you would probably be able to down her during this attack before she gets the ability to get into next phase, especially if you have Thunder 2, but even with Thunder 1, you should be strong enough to get through that. Thunder 2 would, like I said, reduce your cooldown between shots, so you would. Well, I guess you have Thunder 2 because you beat Vanessa. I mean, Thunder 3 and even Thunder 4 may be a consideration, but I don't think that should at all change anything like significantly enough, with only like this handful of things left. Doesn't matter to get Thunder 4 from the Castle Challenge. At least it shouldn't. Not significantly enough. But yeah, Thunder 2, maybe Thunder 3, and then just a defense crystal to ignore the ice happening at all. By the way, the same would also be true if she does her fire attack. The first fire attack she does, she will like throw the Monica fireworks, and then if she does a shotgun-like fire attack, she again will not be switched over to phase 2 until that is done 3 times. But yeah, uh, yeah, you should have actually a really quick fight here. Hmm, a bit annoying. Yeah. Nice run overall. I remember you doing the thing for verification, showing the items, so that's all good. Let's get the copy video. Yeah. Mm, frame count. Uh, were you using the load remover? Yeah, load remover is used. Okay. I don't know if you used. Um, I don't. I think you submitted this before this auto split for items was in there. So I think this might be a minor split that you just somewhat practiced. Yeah. Let's pause it here. Close this. Get the 1 second. Come on. This has been really slow lately. Start frame. That. Yeah, this is not the auto split, so 5509 and 5620. Edit 55.9 and 5620. 620. Send that near. Yep. Submit. Congratulations on your uh, all items run. And now we go to Frozen Harbinger. I think I will have less to talk about for this one. I hope, because I do need to sleep at some point. Yeah. Also, same advice to you as I did to Ine. Um, if you have a crosshair of some kind, let me. You can use that to aim instead of um, using the aim mode, and you hit in the same direction. There are minor times when that doesn't uh, apply, but in general, it hits in the exact center of the screen. And a program that I used to use for that is called Hutside. It's $7, so but it actually does work with Nobeta, which a lot of other overlay programs like that. I searched for a long time to found something that just worked, and Hutside just works. So that's nice. Also has a bunch of different things pre set. So yeah, uh, wrong thing. Yeah. If someone finds a free program that actually works with Nobeta, probably I'd definitely recommend that. I personally have it just built into my monitor. Okay, bigger thing. Kill this one, correct? If you want to. Do not kill this one. You're wasting time right now. Because he will die automatically as you destroy the crystal. Same for this guy and the guy that is in here. So don't kill any of the guys on this in this area here. Uh, and let me switch over here. And jumping attack. Arcane does 1 damage. Triple ground attack. Arcane to cancel animation again for 1 damage. After 2 air and 3 ground, these these stones have exactly 2 more health. These 2 arcane shots cancel our animation, but are also doing the 2 damage that we still need to destroy it instead of uh, having to sit here with this gigantic animation. I like your item hotbar F1 through F4, assuming your spells are on 1 through 4. Um, I have the same. For this one, um, as I come past here, I try to hit this one while coming past, and this I don't collect the mana now. I skip, start the charge, and this immediately after just 2 more hits gets me the mana for a full charge, which means now I do full charge damage hits on this crystal, generating additional mana. So I only need 2 hits to generate enough mana to gain uh, gain a new charge. Uh, Position myself, aim, shoot, charge, do 2 hits again, shoot, start running, aim so that after I stop the run, I destroy the thing, and done. Obviously, that's like minor stuff, but you look like you're on the brink of like going towards minor things. Okay, I can uh zoom again. Like the general understanding of the strat is like not fully wrong, but what I Shengon and Shengon, Kate, and Zero are doing now is aim at this one on the left and right and hit them. If you miss, but I hit them here, so just kill these two. If I missed any of them, I shoot here between the pillars to get the one I missed. If I missed both, I run between the pillars, hit them, and go for an alternate strat that is less consistent because often one of them starts running off, but otherwise the same ending as your strat. So yeah, you seem to, at least in general, understand the basic, um, but small thing. Let's again go to mine here. I destroyed these two pods. Shengon destroys the pods over on the left side. Um, I don't remember if Zero destroys any pods, and Kate, I remember, runs to the left and does something similar, like to your strat. At first, where he stands to the side and like he runs over to the left here, and then shoots an arcane cast through the armor into the pots. But I generate here mana. Just that as what I try to do. I'm not perfect at it. I will often miss the strat. Um, jump ahead a bit. Um, Instead of going for a running, here, unsure if you know this, but um, here, um, normal attack. Like I slow down here just so I can do a normal attack and stop my animation by shooting, similar to the barrier stone earlier. And this is a trick that you can use on basically every uh, chest. you cannot cancel the animation for running attacks, and I don't think you can. I think you can cancel the first and the third. No, I think you can cancel all melee attacks. No, at least the ground ones. No, you can also cancel air ones. So yeah, you can cancel them all. You just can't cancel running attacks. Um, yeah. It's slower to get the counter there, just because you actually have to talk with the cat. It's more consistent as the next area to get counter is a bit stupid. And for that, like for this section, you can cancel and actually shoot one of the one of the dots right there. And this section, just wanna quickly actually highlight it, because you can actually. I need a run for that, just because stuff is weird without a run. So here's my run. Da, 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 da. Like, because we can cancel our animation, we can collect the item and roll out of the way in time. So yeah, that's just like small improvements. I need to start using Arcane for these two. It's faster to use Arcane, but I just have Ice already equipped at that time. And you'd get counter here, down here. The cat drops it over here. The reason it's inconsistent is because this puppet may throw a ball. The sword doll may do one of her stupid attacks. Behind you is another doll that might jump at you. Like, there are so many enemies that may actually interfere. 90% of the time, nothing will happen. But when it happens, it will go probably really bad, and most of the time, you probably end up dying. Um, don't start the cast here. Um, uh, if you have the cast started, you need to do 4 hits on the crystal, otherwise you don't have enough charge. If you don't start the charge before hitting the crystal, you only need to do 3 hits onto the crystal, and then you can walk off. Let me again show that. Tiny entry. Instead of having to do 4 hits to get the cast, I can just do 3. Doing the same. If you think it's the walking, no, it's actually not the walking. Like, if you do 3 hits with the cast already started, you actually will run into the firewall. Um, there's a slightly alternate strat where you actually do 3 hits with the cast and then roll into the flames, but that's really inconsistent. If it works, great. You just spend a good bit of stamina and are going to run out just at the end here. But you uh, don't have to wait for it, don't have to do a force hit, but really just do 3 hits without doing the cast. Um, yeah, new strat here. I assume you, yeah, you probably don't do it. Um, if you go for any of the charged strats, I want to pause this. This doll here has puppet here has bit of mana, a small mana sphere in it that will help you charge just a tiny bit faster. So otherwise, the new threat now that saves 10 seconds is to jump up here. It saves 10 seconds, it's actually quite hard. But if you get it, stop. If you don't get it, you can often actually fix it. Also aim a good bit higher up with arcane strats onto the puppet, just to so you can get a headshot, which actually like is quite nice. Oh, I want to full screen. I need to practice getting Tanya counters again. I suck at countering let's see, like one of kind of like I suck at countering this attack right now. Like I'm perfect at countering the bots for whatever reason that she shoots after that. Um, here at this one, it would have been like here, yet counter. Trying to counter these or evade out. Probably better to take damage. Just take the damage than to roll out. Do this, but don't counter this one because your eyes here will reduce it down to like here in this area, and at that point, you would actually be faster to just um, uh, do normal eyes as you run away instead of cast. Oh, well, no, at this one, yeah. Like at this point, the cast really doesn't help you anymore. She's dead before you can even shoot the cast. Like, oh, where you shot the cast, but it doesn't hit anything. Does damage. really smooth, even going for some really tight stuff. Um, after killing him and then stop his stairs, shoot ice at this platform. Just do so. The platform will get destroyed. You can get the gem later on, and then shoot this one, obviously. And then you can start meleeing as she jumps out of the ground to fill up your shot. And I think using arcane cast is faster technically as long as you can get headshots. Otherwise, ice is a consistent 50% health offer. So yeah. Unless she jumps out of the way. Like you would have now the time to actually collect the gem if you really wanted it. You have to wait on the barrier to disappear either way. Um Mana on this spot. And oops, I didn't want it to. Why? Which you suck. Instead of doing this, no cast 2 hits to the crystal. Jump over, start the cast. As you hear, you see the mana floating in here at around the time you're coming in here. Diagonal is faster. Like Twitch, you suck a lot. How the fuck is Twitch a website? So going from here, direct diagonal is faster. It's quite easy to do the jump, so consider doing it. It's 2 seconds faster, and you have 2 enemies on the way that are extremely free to kill with ice. Um, I again jumped back. Which? How the fuck do you work? At all. Nice. Tanya, you could have like done some ice attacks as you waited you I still hit come down. Um Another thing is during this fight we other runners like to have a purple crystal up just because it provides us with even more infinite mana. It's minor. Um it's 8 hits of ice onto the fireball to destroy them. 7 with arcane, a bunch of single hits with fire, and 1 lightning. Also, you can keep hitting her before the mana reaches you. The mana uh, only starts charging right before the mana reaches you. And for counter 2 strats, your counters on Bustania and Monica were like seriously good, so you're probably comfortable with counters on Vanessa too, so yeah. Um Thanks, Twitch. But you can actually with if you run there with a full stamina, you can just run straight past this. You don't need to juke her out. You can juke her out because if you like do some like if you like get stuck on anything for just a moment, she will still hit you. But if you run just like directly past this pillar, the ball usually gets either completely missed because she is weird with her aim, or gets exploded on the pillar and doesn't hit you. Sometimes it hits you, but I haven't been hit in quite a long time. Um, Instead of using the double jump here, um, keep hovering and then use your double jump here to change your movement direction. Like currently your primary movement direction is still here, and it's not really possible to change that with hovers, but a double jump will reset your movement direction in the way you want. So instead of doing a hover here, you would double jump over here, into this direction and would be able to keep like the same hover going, just with a change of direction. And I just noticed that it's actually getting quite late for me. So I'm I am sorry that I am doing this, but I'm going to play back the run at 2x speed instead of just run 5, so that I can like actually get through this faster. I will miss more stuff because of this, but I'm actually don't have the time to fully review this at 1.5 speed with how much little notes I keep giving. Mm. I think it's interesting that you decide to uh, that like do the kids, yeah. Um, just a personal note. I find Twitch. Let me fucking pause the video. I find this attack the easiest to of us to counter, and with Arcane 2, after this attack, before um her face switch, or not really face switch, attack pattern switch, she will always get stunned out of this. After her attack pattern switch, she will still get stunned out of this, but she will still do her second part of the attack, either the uh, swords around you or the swords spears around you or the spears chasing you. Uh, mhm. So yeah, other runners usually at the start of the fight drop the um purple crystal after sniping her out of the first jump, because that first jump really doesn't need to happen. Can stun her out of it, just to start getting additional mana regen. But otherwise, we do a similar fight to yours, just more concentrated on counters. Um, yeah. Um, these three enemies each only give 3 swords, which is extremely low for this later in the game. Like, if you really need these swords, like, sure, but you probably are not that strapped for swords. A lot of other runners also have in this section a purple crystal drop to the ground. Because the mana crystal just generates additional mana to be used. It allows us to use a lot more lightnings. And yeah, just beats this fight a lot faster. Use ice to destroy these crystals. Nice fight overall. No need to farm her for mana, she gets enough mana on her own, but I guess I don't really have much else to do. Um, this jump does not get easier the further you are up. Um, you can do it one by jumping past these 2 pillars here. Like from this step, if you jump from this step, you mentioned the other ceiling that prevents you from going even higher. So no need to be this high. Unless you actually struggle with this. Um, if you are actually struggling with this, if you are on 30 FPS, a lot of movement options are slower. Like your double, your float out of a double jump and double jump out of a float takes longer to regenerate at 30 FPS, making it harder to like do certain skips. Uh, it's usually recommended to play at least at 60 FPS, just because at that point it's more at that point the games at least plays as good enough that you really don't get much of an improvement by playing at even higher frames. At 120 you have like a minor boost in consistency for um counters by like 100 milliseconds. Like seriously, do not bother to need that. Oh, she didn't do her charge count. Okay, there. Um, this attack she always does, like usually always does immediately the moment she decides on the next attack, as long as you start a charge. So you usually want to in phase two, like after her lightning attack thing, have charges immediately ready and have them either be lightning or fire so that you can immediately hit her out of this attack so that she doesn't even start to do stupid stuff. Um, yeah. You can just go through the middle. Like the enemies that are coming, they really do not bother you too much, and there are even like a minor amount of swords by just literally aiming uh somewhat center of the um as here this area. Like there are like three enemies that come in here, blocking the entire area. As long as you somewhat center shooting with the lightning, you get at least get one. Um, Here, if you jump on this crystal, you can cut quite a bit of the room, uh, like the entire corner here, and you can land around here. No need to be too feared about that jump. Um, Start the charge for this as you go past these pillars. Then you get the charge just as the wall explodes or is about to explode, depending on when exactly you start the charge. But now you have to wait for a second. Um, Technically, if we go this pathway, we get the fire. If we don't get the part, go that way. Let's search. Um, we can jump onto this mushroom. These pillars over here, and go this pathway. Here. You don't need to pause here. Just don't run in this section, like, and you won't fall from the continuous jumping. For this here, there are two ways. If you get this jump here, me, where you are actually able to do a normal jump up from almost the top and then do a double jump. If that double jump is neutral and you don't touch controls afterwards, you land on an invisible ledge up here. Let me, should be just before that somewhere. Not. Um, in here. Nope. Huh? Mm-hmm. Could be routing, I think. It's earlier than I thought. Nope. It's not in general, right? I wouldn't post this in general. Either way, I have it in my best segments, so let's go over there. Underground traffic. Da da da. Like, if you get a neutral jump here, you get pushed up onto an invisible ledge. It can, if you do another neutral jump, like get up completely. If you actually touch the movement buttons, you will fall off. So just do a neutral jump again and get back up. Otherwise, the zero strat to is to hold into this wall here instead of this wall, because that's for whatever reason more consistent. Um, you have Thunder Falls this time. Uh, you can actually walk into this area in the middle so that even if she decides to teleport out, um, she will teleport out into you. So you just prepare a trap for her. Also, Shengon strat, bait activating an item, dash out to evade her attack, and you can snipe her for free. Nice. Early cutscene skip. Yeah, we use support crystal for that technically, but I mean, it works. And yeah, going to assume that the notified is probably it's like an average notified. Um, for NMG no notified, um, like a top tier NMG no notified, watch uh Zero's run, because Zero is a fucking boss when it comes to uh no notifieds in general. Like his no notified in the run is better than the best no notified I was able to do in practice. So yeah, definitely check out Zero's no notified. It's like the best no notified we have currently. Shengon was working on a different no notified where in NMG we'd be able to get her in phase one, but it was inconsistent if I remember correctly. So he's not able to do it consistently yet. But that may become like the top strat at some point. But for now, check out Zero's run, because Zero's a beast for Nota. Okay, now let's get the. Wait, no, I don't need to retime. I don't need to retime because you actually have auto splitter and everything enabled. Just need to verify that the timer actually runs until the end. Yep, nice. 5003, 50, 52. Yay. Verify. Let's refresh. I won't. Okay, no new runs. I wouldn't have the time to verify something else anyway. But yeah. So I hope if either of you are rewatching this later on, that Ine and Frozen you learned something from this. You found helpful strategies. You found um, advice in where to look for better strategies, and just in general, like thank you for continuing to do your runs, because uh, all of the runners that we currently have are keeping at it to make this community seriously amazing. But yeah, I do need to head towards the bed, and yeah, goodbye.